Hello everybody, it's Andy here from the Movement Project, and if you're new here, please remember to subscribe to the channel, click that bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. So today I thought I'd answer the question, should we be taking vitamins? So conditions like scurvy, rickets, pellagra were once very common, and these conditions are direct cause of vitamin deficiency. So the vitamin supplement market is expected to be worth roughly about £500 million in 2021. Just for reference, this is about half the amount of the chocolate market, but it's still a considerable amount. So myself, I've delved in and out of taking supplements. I don't know what it is, it's just something great about taking a tablet because you feel like you're being a bit more proactive about your health. So a question that I've asked myself, and I'm sure a lot of people who have taken vitamin supplements in the past have asked themselves, is do we really need to be taking these? So what I'm going to do in this video is look a little bit at the history of vitamins, also look at research and try to objectively answer this question so you can be a little bit more informed and make up your own mind about whether you should be taking vitamin supplements. The first thing I remember being taught about vitamins was at school, and this was that old example of the sailors traveling around the world. This was in the 18th, 19th centuries that they would develop scurvy, and this was directly due to not getting enough vitamin C in their diet, and you could obtain vitamin C from things like oranges and citrus fruits. Reading a little further past my primary school education, it amazed me to find that 50% of sailors during the age of the sail died due to scurvy. A Scottish surgeon in the Royal Navy, James Lind, proved that scurvy can be successfully treated by citrus fruit in 1753. It still took the British Navy 40 years to take this finding seriously. Gilbert Blaine persuaded the Royal Navy to routinely give lemon juice to its sailors. Between 1779 and 1794, the naval sick rate improved from 1 in 2.45 to 1 in 4, and the death rate from 1 in 42 to 1 in 86. Between 1794 and 1813, the Navy sick rate fell from 1 in 4 to 1 in 10.75, and the death rate from 1 in 86 to 1 in 143. I found a great paper by Jeremy Hugh Barron that stated it was possible for the British Navy to blockade French ports for years at a time, winning the Napoleonic War by sea power. Of all the means which defeated Napoleon, lemon juice and the carronade gun were the two most important. Over 100 years later, a Polish biochemist by the name of Kazimierz Funk, what a name, has been credited to be the first to formulate the idea of vitamins. In 1911, Kazimierz published a paper that examined how people became resistant to beriberi if they ate brown rice over the fully milled version. He isolated the substance responsible for this effect. As this substance has something called an amine group and seemed vital to prevent beriberi, he called it a vital amine. These two terms were combined later on to form the word vitamin. The substance he found would go on later to be known as vitamin B3 or niacin. He postulated the existence of various other vitamins such as B1, B2, C and vitamin D. Since Kazimier's discovery of vitamins, subsequent scientists have built on his work to discover the remainder. Since Kazimier's discovery of vitamins and subsequent scientists that have built upon his work, this has led to hundreds of health reforms that has eliminated many diseases that used to be commonplace. There is no question that vitamins are essential for our health, but do we need them in today's world? So here are some figures from NHS UK. In 2017 to 18, there were 284,901 admissions for scurvy, vitamin D deficiency, gout and other modalities. This was up by 24% on the year before. Many of these conditions on the rise go hand in hand with economic equality and child food poverty, and has been linked to the UK's rising rates of malnutrition and obesity. There was 101,136 admissions last year where vitamin D deficiency was the primary or secondary factor in the admission, a rise of 34% in a year. So does this mean that all of us should be going out and buying vitamins for us and our family? The answer to this question isn't black and white, as you probably expected, and I'm going to explain why. So my problem with vitamin supplements, and when I say vitamin supplements, I guess I more mean the vitamin supplement companies or the manufacturers of the supplements, is that there is a lack of testing, efficacy and regulation of the market. In the UK, the majority of supplements are considered to be foods and therefore regulated under the established food laws by the Food Standard Agency and the Department of Health. This means that anyone can start producing supplements and do not need prior approval from the Medicines and Healthcare Regulation Agency before producing or selling their medical products, and there is no requirement for supplements to be licensed. Supplements sold in the UK are not subject to the same scientific scrutiny as medicines and are not strictly regulated. Most importantly, supplements are not tested for product safety, quality and efficacy before they hit the shelves, because there is no legal obligation for supplement manufacturers to take part in testing products. So to further illustrate this concern, there is a growing body of research in the UK that indicates that a lot of supplements that are purchased contains banned substances or contaminants. A 2004 study tested 634 supplements purchased in 13 countries from 215 different suppliers. 94, which is roughly about 15%, contained anabolic androgenic steroids, 18.8% of which were purchased in the UK. Another study in 2008 found that 10% of supplements and weight loss products purchased and tested in the UK were contaminated with steroids and other stimulants. A more recent study tested 24 products sold in fitness shops in the UK. Of the 24 products tested, 23 contained steroids, including known anabolic agents. I would always advise that if you're going to buy a product, make sure you go to the manufacturer's website and see if they're third-party tested. They should have this on the website. You could always email them, and normally they're fairly receptive, because at least then you can have some confidence that what they're advertising on the packaging actually is contained within that product. Water-soluble vitamins are easily absorbed by the body, which means it doesn't store large amounts. The kidneys remove those vitamins that are not needed. Fat-soluble vitamins are absorbed into the body with the use of bile acids, which are fluids used to absorb fat. The body stores these and uses as needed. The body always wants to create an equilibrium or homeostasis, so having bucketfuls of a good thing isn't always a good idea. Either way, your body has to correct any imbalance. So if you take too many water-soluble vitamins, like B1, 2 or 6, or vitamin C, your poor kidneys have to work extra hard to flush these out of your system. Fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E and K are stored in the fat. So if you've been taking excess supplements for years, there may be huge amounts of these vitamins being stored in the fat around your body. When you decide your New Year's resolutions to join a gym and lose weight, this fat gets broken down into energy. These vitamins could then be getting released in vast amounts throughout your body. There are studies that back up that vitamin supplements may not be good for us. A study of vitamin E and beta carotene found that these didn't reduce the instances of lung cancer, with beta carotene actually increasing death rates from lung cancer and heart disease. Unfortunately, more recent studies don't paint a better picture. The use of dietary supplements and mineral supplements in older women increase their risk of dying. Vitamin E is thought by many of us to be an anti-cancer agent. Surely taking too much is better than taking too little. Unfortunately, a study found that vitamin E supplementation significantly increased rates of prostate cancer in healthy men. Okay, so back to the original question. Experts are still deciding on what the optimal levels of recommended daily intakes of certain vitamins are. Just for example, 50% of people that have higher than normal levels of vitamin D is thought to be down to their genetics and not due to how much vitamin D they're getting in their diet or from the sun. So this may affect the recommended daily intake guidance levels in the future. And this is where the problem lies, or for me anyway, is that we don't have the full picture of what and at certain levels vitamins have on our body over a long period of time. We're still really trying to work this out. And a lot of vitamin supplements that you see, I did a quick Google search and looked on Holland and Barrett, and you see a lot of these vitamin supplements that are multivitamins that have 100%, 200% of the recommended daily intake levels. Why are they having this? All this is doing is putting undue stress on your kidneys or on your body to try to get rid or process these vitamins. This is something else to consider. As vitamins are condensed down in pill form, you can easily consume too much without knowing. In foods, it can be incredibly hard to get similar quantities of these vitamins. Taking vitamin supplements is not risk-free. In 2015, a study found that in America, 20,000 people visited the emergency department due to taking a dietary supplement. So I think of taking vitamins in a similar way that I think of taking certain medications. This could be ibuprofen or any other medication that I might get from my GP. This isn't something I would decide on a whim. It should be with the advice of a medical professional, your doctor or a nutritionist. And for some people, taking vitamin supplements is going to be vital. So if you have osteoporosis, taking vitamin D or calcium is going to be vital. Or if you have anemia, taking iron is going to be vital. But this is not, like I said, that something you just wake up one day and decide. For certain conditions, it's going to be really important. But for the average person, it's unlikely to give you any health benefits. Here is an example of all the vitamins you would need and in the recommended daily intake ranges needed on a plate. This surprised me how little it is. I feel like many of us have got this image that we need to eat enough spinach that could fill up 2 suitcases. It's about picking the right foods This is what is important. So in my opinion, for the average person out there, I would say save your cash. You don't need to buy supplements. Sticking to a varied, healthy diet is going to be your best way to get all the vitamins that you need in a healthy and safe way. So I hope everyone's enjoyed that video. Well done if you got to the end. I know it's been a bit of a longer video today. If you did enjoy it, remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I'll catch you on the next one.